Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Allahayinawa, Yahweh, Achud, Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Allahayinawa, Yahweh, Achud, Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Allahayinawa, Yahweh, Achud. Kohaloyim la, Allahayina wa, Wahawad la, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Waha, Kwadasha, Raucha. All praises to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Waha, Kwadasha, Raucha. Shalom, Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which is Bacha Ayah Shal Yasharallah, elect of Israel. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Mashak Yahushai, Lord willing, this video be edifying. And today I'm going to go into detail about conditional and unconditional love, because I was meditating today about conditional and unconditional love, and meditating on the name Caleb, because there was a man called Caleb in the scriptures. All right. And the word Caleb means what? It means dog. Now, if you analyze a dog is a very, very sincere and transparent creature, man. And the reason why a dog is very sincere and very transparent is due to the fact of its characteristics. And the characteristics of a dog is very, very interesting, because when you analyze a dog, it basically has unconditional love towards its owner. Now, when it comes to these women, they don't have unconditional love. It's conditional, man. All right. You have to tick certain requirements. You have to tick certain boxes. And if you don't tick certain boxes, then basically they're going to leave, man. Because in this system that we live in, yeah, there's certain requirements that you have to tick in order to please these women, man. And it goes into detail on your capital, the money that you have. Number 2, your height. Number 3, your physical appearance. All right. So they're not loyal creatures, man. But I'm going to go into detail on conditional and unconditional love. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the book of First Ezra, the 4th chapter, and I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, "O ye men, it is not," sorry, let me read that again. "O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excellenteth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or have lordship over them? Are they not women? Question mark. So, women have lordship over men. Now, I'm not saying that these men are idiots or stupid, but sometimes you can have scenarios where men are vulnerable to be ruled over by women, man. Because, if you don't have this knowledge, then, hey, you're going to have women usurping authority over you if you don't sincerely believe in Yahweh Shem Mashak Yahushai. All right. It says, "Women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by sea and land." And yeah, we do every human being on earth does come from a woman. But guess what? The seed comes from the man, though. It says, "Even of them came they." All right. Even of them came themselves, in the sense of they even produced themselves, having daughters. "And they nourished them up that planted the vineyard, from whence the wine cometh. These also make garments for men." All right. And, that was in the ancient world, but now women don't even knit. They don't make garments for men in these times that we live in. But back in the days, they used to. "These bring glory unto men." And, it does actually bring glory unto men to some extent. Because, Jake in the world, when they have their woman, they're like, yeah, look at this buff thing I got. They like to shine with their woman that they have, so it says it brings glory unto men. Especially, like, people in college and secondary school, if they're dating the most prettiest girl in the school, then obviously like people be like, raw, like how'd you get that girl? All this stuff. So it says, and without women cannot men be. And that's a fact. Without women, obviously we can't exist because, you know, the Most High, designed it that way where if a man and a woman come together, the woman's going to give birth in it. But verse 18 says, yea, and if men have gathered together gold and silver or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty? Yeah, because the reason why Jake has these golden chains, these diamond rings, these these accessories and all these different things is in order to impress the women, man. That's the reason why they have it. And that shows you how men have what? They have unconditional love towards women, but women don't have conditional love, uh, uh, unconditional love towards men. It's conditional love, man. Verse 19 says, and letting all those things go, do they not gape? And even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her. Yeah, and you have, some guys, they will look at a thing with their eyes, they're like, wow, she's beautiful, man. It says, and have not all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold, or any goodly thing whatsoever? Yeah, and men love women more than, let's say people have Maseratis or Bugattis or Ferraris or, jewelry from Harrods or anything. Like, people prefer women more than these assets, man. All right. So it shows you how loyal men are, man. But these women, they don't have unconditional love. It's conditional, man. You have to look a certain way. You have to be a certain height. You have to appease them. But some of these women, when you look at them, if you look at them, like they ask who are they to even talk, man? But it just goes to show you how delusional this system is, man. Is it a man leaveth his own father that brought him up and his own country and cleaveth unto his wife? Can you see the risk that men take, man? They actually leave their father, their parents. They actually leave some men, they actually are like, you know what? I'm going to leave this country that I'm in. I'm going to take my passport, travel to this country and be with this woman, man. That's how much men have what? They have unconditional love. But these women, they're not willing to take the steps to do that. And even if they were to come and see the man has to pay for their visa and their ticket to come down here. All right. Verse 21. He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife. And remember, neither father nor mother nor country. Let me read that again. He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife. And remembereth neither father nor mother nor country. So this man doesn't even care about his parents or the country that he was back then. All he cares about is loving this woman. It says, by this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. And some of our men in the nation of Israel don't realize that, that women have dominion. But the point of this lesson is that these women, they have what? They have conditional love, because if they have dominion over you, that means that they have power over you. And that means that if you don't fit certain rules that they want you to do, then they're going to leave you, man. It says, do ye not labor and toil? Brothers doing 8-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts, earning, a specific amount of money per hour, working all those hours, and then all of a sudden that money goes to an effortless bitch that hasn't even worked an hour in her life, man. And give and bring all to the woman, question mark. Yea, a man taketh his sword, all right, and in this modern day age, don't these little niggas in the ends, don't they have shanks in their body, and they go out there and sell crack and all that shit? It says, yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob. Yeah, some of these jakes, they wear ski masks. They break into houses, steal certain things sell the items and give the money to a woman, and to steal, to sail upon sea and upon rivers, right? And looketh upon a lion, mean they take that serious risk that could give them 20-year sentence, 15-year sentence, man. They take that risk and go off in the darkness. And some of these, they don't give a shit whether their heart is pumping, beating, and something mad could happen to them. They take the risk, man. It says, and when he have stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. That's unconditional love right there. But these women, they're not willing to take the risk like men do and have unconditional love. It's conditional, man. It's conditional. And that's why in the Malakwaf, Shal Yahweh Yahweh Shai, none of my women are talking, bro. And no man can tell me that they're going to talk. Because at the end of the day, the reason why none of my women are talking is because it says all wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman. And their wickedness is on a high volume. Okay? And they have conditional love. It's not unconditional. It's conditional because you have to take a certain requirements. But all these verses I'm reading is men taking risk. Especially Israelite men. Because this is really who this thing is for the elect. Men take risk. It says, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. And I know some of these bitches, yeah? You love your mum in particularly, or your dad in particularly, more than your man. And if your man did you wrong, instead of you to meet your man and have a conversation with him about the situation, you're going to run to your mum, run to your dad, and basically talk to them about the situation. But the scripture says, a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. It says, yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sake. Now, obviously, you have some men that are vulnerable to doing this, all right, because with experience, you gain more wisdom. But there are some men that are vulnerable that actually become servants for these women and take risk. It says, many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women. And some jigs have perished, man, for women, man. Their woman basically gets into an argument with another man, and their man goes there and tries to fight that guy, and he dies in the process of that, man. Or, you're trying to keep the commandments, and these women are putting different kind of, detestable, seafood inside the food. It says, verse 28, and now do ye not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Yeah, and everyone fears Yahweh Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Every human being fears Yahweh Shema Yahushai. And if they don't fear, they're going to fear. All right? It's just that it's set at a certain time and date that they're going to fear Yahweh Shema Yahushai. Okay? And I'm going to skip to verse 34 in 1 Ezra chapter 4, verse 34. O you men, are not women strong? And, really, physically, men are stronger, but from the way things are going, they're way more stronger than you niggas, man, because you niggas are pathetic, man. No woman inside this, no woman, yeah, is going to stop this program from carrying on, man. Because we're on game right now, man. We're moving on another level to something, man. Okay? It says, great is the earth, high is the heaven, swift is the sun in his course. For he compasseth the heavens round about, the fetcheth his course again to his own place in one day. It says, all the earth crieth upon the truth, and the heavens blesseth it. All works shake and tremble at it, and with it is no unrighteous thing. It says, wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked. All right, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish. Yeah, and women are wicked, man. And in all their wicked works, there's no truth in them, man. Oh, baby, oh, I love you no matter what, and all this shit. But then when shit hits the fan, or when things go so-called bad, they're nowhere to be found. Where are they, man? All the things that have told me, oh, I'm not gonna betray you and all this stuff. Where are they right now? I'm looking left and I'm looking at my right shoulder and my left shoulder, and I can't see them, man. I can't see them. Because you want to know why? Because they talk sweet words, man. Just like these Christian pastors in the Christian church use smooth words to deceive our people so they can drop a little 50, 40, £100 in the offering basket. The same thing that these bitches do, man. You know? And I wouldn't be surprised when they go to those Christian churches, they learn from the pastor the smooth words and apply it on their man. All right? But anyways, the point is that, men have what? Unconditional love. Women have conditional. All right, so with that, none of my women are talking in the kingdom. I repeat, none of my women are talking in the kingdom. Shalom, shalom.